Hey babes, it's Siren and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about healing and tapping in to your feminine energy, that goddess energy, and I'm super excited because goddess energy is just everything to me. But before we get into it, if you're new here, hello, my name is Siren, and on my channel I share all things spirituality, magic, and manifestation. So if you are a magical being and you want to stick around and see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button and share with your friends. I felt really called to do a goddess energy and a divine feminine energy video because a lot of my spirituality has been based around, finding and loving my goddess energy, and my business, SirensSerenity, is also all about goddess energy and self-care, self-love. So I really wanted to dedicate a video about that and just how to heal your divine feminine energy and different ways that you can embrace your feminine energy, your goddess energy. Divine feminine energy is the free flow of life and the energy of creation. And before I go too much farther in this video, I do want to say that, each human being has feminine and masculine energies. I'm not saying that women only have feminine energy. I'm saying that within this video, I'm talking about a woman or an identifying woman's goddess energy. I'm just referring to that. I will probably do a video on masculine energy too, but this is for anyone who's just looking. We can all have goddess energy within us, it doesn't matter. I'm just referring to that feminine energy, that goddess energy within this video. First, I want to share some ways to know that if your feminine energy is wounded. And I think that we all, at some point in our life, we all have like this wounded part of us. Our feminine energy is wounded, okay? So I want to just share some ways to know if maybe you have some areas within your, feminine energy that you need to heal. Okay, so my number one way to know that if your feminine energy or your sacral chakra, and I will get more into that later, but if your feminine energy is wounded or it needs, or if it's blocked even, you're going to be feeling really insecure. Okay. So, we all have days where we're just not feeling like up to par, but if you struggle a lot in your daily life with insecurities, that is a huge sign that you need to, unblock those blockages or heal those wounds within your feminine energy. Okay. And I'm going to give you guys tips later on how to do that and how to release the blockages and heal the wounds, okay? So the next way to know that I know when I need to work on my feminine energy is being codependent, okay? So this obviously in relationships, with friendships, if you are just like super just codependent on someone, and you feel like you need somebody else outside of you, and you're always like searching for something outside of you to make you feel better, that is a really big sign that your feminine energy can have some blocks or some wounds, because we all have to feel whole within before we can, look out and expect other people or, other things to make us feel better, okay? So my next way to know that if you have some blocks or some wounds within your feminine energy is being over emotional. Okay, so a part of being a woman and a part of having feminine energy is being emotional and being in touch with our emotional side, which is a beautiful thing, okay? But when you are just like overly emotional and just like everything is just like, and this doesn't even have to be about crying or upset, it's just like your emotions are up and down, whether you're happy one minute, sad the next, angry, irritable, crying. I mean, it's always, something. Like there is never just an even base of emotions, and you are just overly emotional. That's a really big sign that you need to balance your sacral chakra and work on unblocking or healing your feminine energy. And I'm going to share one more way for you to be able to tell if you have some divine feminine energy wounds or blockages And of course, there's so many other ways that you can tell, but for time purposes, I'm only going to share 4 or 5, I think I shared. But yeah, so my last way for you to tell is you are not living your life authentically. Okay, so this is a big one, I think, and I think it could be in so many different areas of your life that you could be living inauthentically. Okay, so it could be like, who you want to be or how you want to dress, of course, like, but you're just too scared to put yourself out there, or you're not doing the job you want to really be doing, or you're not with the person that that you don't want to be with. Like, you're living your life not being true to your own soul. Okay, not being true to your true wants as, a woman, but as a person, you're not living your truest life. And it's probably because you care what other people think about you, or maybe you think you're not good enough for the things that you want, or you don't deserve the things you want. That is a huge sign that you have some blockages or you need some healing within your feminine energy. And next, I just want to share with you guys what a healthy divine feminine energy would look like, a healthy goddess energy, what those would look like. So the first thing that pops into my mind is a woman, or that feminine energy that is intuitive, that trusts those gut instincts, that trusts her intuition, that knows, that her soul and her intuition is a compass within this world, and she trusts her intuition. Okay, my next way to know if you have a healthy goddess energy and feminine energy is you are creative. Okay, so you're someone that has, not a lot of problems picking up the paintbrush or building something or making something, or like cooking new meals and just being really creative. Okay, so being creative is such an important part of feminine energy, because feminine energy is creation, right? So when you create, as a woman, or as trying to develop your feminine energy, it really just gets that feminine energy flowing through you, and it boosts even more your creation and your inspiration. When you have a healthy feminine energy, you are going to be trusting, okay? You're going to be more trusting of the universe. You're going to be more trusting of people. You're going to just trust that, the plan for your life is exactly how it's meant to be. Okay, so if you're a trusting person, and like I really just, when I say trusting, like I just really mean, like I feel within my soul, like trusting of the divine plan of your life. Okay, like things may go wrong, but you just know that whatever's meant to be is meant to be. That is a really huge sign that you are in touch with your feminine energy, and that it is, flowing, and it's not. One of my favorite ways to tell if, you have a clear channel with your feminine energy is being vulnerable. Okay, so, that is like such a tough thing. I know for me, I really struggle with this. And being vulnerable with people, and there's always like certain people that I feel like I could be vulnerable with, and I think that is just so important, to find the people, or to allow the people that you feel like you could be vulnerable with, allow them into your life and into your space. But that is definitely when you feel like you need to be more vulnerable with someone, that's like you tapping into your feminine energy, and it's such a beautiful thing. Another way is if you're just like a supportive, compassionate woman, like you are really in touch with your feminine energy. If you feel like your feminine energy, your goddess energy is wounded or is blocked, I really, really would suggest you to start working on your sacral chakra. It's the second chakra, and it's also known as the womb chakra. And that's where all of our feminine and our sexual energy is held and kept. And, when it is blocked or wounded, those first set of traits that I named off, those can definitely, be happening where you feel insecure and needy, and you're just not living an authentic life. So definitely do some research on the sacral chakra and work with some sacral chakra crystals while you meditate. I know citrine, carnelian, and amber are all great for working with the second chakra, the sacral chakra. I'm also going to be sharing some other ways to boost your feminine and embody your feminine energy and your goddess energy. And these are also going to be great ways to help open and clear any blockages within your sacral chakra too. Shout out to my friend Tiffany for making me this awesome tumbler. Has siren on the side and then an awesome dragon. I love it so much. I love it. Anyways, let's get into this. Okay, so next I want to share some ways for you to tap in and to really embody your feminine energy, your goddess energy, okay? So my number one way, actually they're not in any order of favorites. It's just my first way that I wrote down. But I talked about this a little bit earlier about creating, okay? So I wrote create, okay? Creating, feminine energy is all about creating. It is the creative life force. It's, it's beautiful. And when you start creating something, whether you're like painting or like for me, like I create oils and bath soaks and those types of things, it really gets that feminine energy flowing because you're using that energy. It's not staying stagnant. It's not staying stuck. You're using that creative energy so it gets your feminine energy flowing even more. My next way to tap in and embody that feminine energy and that goddess energy is to pamper yourself and start doing a self-love, self-care routine, okay? So this, obviously self-love is about pampering yourself, but there's also, other ways to do it too. But first, set up a routine, a ritual of, every night taking like at least 20 minutes of your night to do something special for you, to treat yourself like a goddess, to tap into that goddess energy. Okay, so this can look like doing a nightly bath ritual with oils and bath salts and, feeling luxurious, feeling sexy, and feeling, like you are this badass bitch, because you are. Okay, so pamper yourself, do pedicures, manicures, massages, all of those things matter. Okay, so when I started, I had like literally the lowest self-esteem. Okay, but when I started like taking time out to literally pamper myself and like do goddess ritual baths and to really invest on my spiritual journey and my mental health and just to know how beautiful I am in my soul and what a goddess I am. And I started treating myself like that, and my life literally changed. And then I knew I had to share it with others, so that's why I made my business. But do all of those things to pamper yourself. Get your favorite lotions and, listen to music and just feel good. Pamper yourself. And also, there is some other ways that you can do self-care and self-love too. And these are more of mental ways to have self-love and self-care for yourself. And that is to speak and think highly of yourself, okay? So I suggest doing affirmations. There's goddess affirmations, there's, self-love, self-care affirmations all over YouTube, but start really checking your mind when you start thinking negatively about yourself. You have to train your mind to think better about yourself, okay? So think good, speak good about yourself, speak highly of yourself. Okay? And next is, during this journey and from literally here on out, I want you to have more love and compassion for yourself, okay? So, you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days, but I want you to really just realize how special you are and have love and compassion for yourself, because 9 times out of 10, we will always have more compassion for somebody else than ourselves, okay? But we really need to focus on loving ourselves and just being more gentle with ourselves. My next way to tap into your goddess energy and your feminine energy is to dance, okay? So when we have all of this stagnant or blocked energy with this feminine energy within us, we need to move around. When we move our body around, when we dance, it releases this energy, okay? And then when you start, moving your hips, you are moving that sacral chakra area, and you are moving and releasing that sexual energy and that divine feminine energy, and it's going to flow through you and you are going to feel it. That's why when you go out with your girls for a night or your friends for the night and you go out and you dance, the next day, like, your legs are probably sore, but you feel so good because, like, you were living in that feminine energy and you were releasing that feminine energy, and it felt so good to just get out and dance, right? Okay, so that's like literally, I tell everybody this, even not even just feminine energy. If you're having a bad day and you're all like, your energy in general feels like shit, go home, turn on your favorite music and shake your ass and dance and have a good time and just move your arms, move your body and release that energy, and I promise you, you are going to feel so much better. So a great idea if you're starting out on this goddess journey and this feminine energy journey is to maybe take a dance class, okay? I know that, well, I've never taken a dance class, but I know people who have, and I know that they love it and they have a good time. Another way to do this is, like I said, go out with your girls for a night and just dance and have a good time. Another way to, move stagnant energy throughout your body is through swimming and through yoga. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, definitely check it out. Okay, so I think I'm on my 4th way to tap into your goddess and your feminine energy, and that is to start to learn to trust your intuition, okay? So you can do this by, when you get your first gut feeling about things, go with that gut feeling. And eventually you're going to see, wow, I was really, my instincts were really right about that. So start trusting that first initial gut feeling that you get, that first initial hunch about something that you get. Start going with that. And you're going to notice how right you are about things just because your intuition knows. Okay, so start doing that, and you're going to develop a bond and, a strengthening between your intuition. You can also do this by practicing divination, like tarot cards or pendulums, things like that. And those will also help to strengthen your intuition. And my 5th and last way to start tapping in and connecting with your feminine energy is to start hanging out with more women. Get together with more women. Start networking and make a connection with other women. And when you're around other divine feminine energy, your divine feminine energy is going to really rise and wake up, and you're going to feel that. Another way, I know right now with COVID that a lot of people, we can't get together as much or things like that, but you can always do like FaceTime or like Zoom or something like that. But another way to connect with your divine feminine energy is to start working with deities and goddesses. And by working with, I mean like doing rituals with them, reading about them, researching about them, learning about other divine feminine energy. All right, babes, that's my video about healing and embodying your feminine energy. I hope you guys all love this. I really plan on doing more videos about goddess energy and feminine energy. It's something that, especially like feminine energy right now, I'm just living for it. So expect more videos about that. If there's any other type of spirituality video that you would like to see from me, please let me know down below in the comments. And you can find me on Instagram at The Dragon Goddess, and my business account is at SirensSerenity. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends, and I hope you all have a super beautiful day. Bye.